Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, yesterday, the Deputy President William Ruto called for a church service, a prayer session at the official residence of the Deputy President in Karen. And during that service, there is a video that emerged on social media showing William Ruto breaking into tears while the prayers was going on. That video we have played in one of our past analysis, and the reason why we were playing that video, we were trying to compare what William Ruto allies are doing when they are in church and what they do when they are in the campaign is totally opposite. Totally opposite. But today we are asking ourselves a question here, that why did William Ruto go to an extent of weeping tears during a church service? We understand this is not the first time William Ruto analia mbele ya watu. It at one time happened kwingine, and the wife Mama Rachel was holding his hand during that time. So I want you to watch this video shortly, and after this we just want to understand, barely 6 days to the next general election, why Ruto called for a church service na akaanza kulia tu machozi, yet kumekuwa na other services in Karen na tutawahi muona akilia. Watch this short. Now, there is a question Professor Mutahi Ngunyi is asking, and I feel it's good also we go through that question here. This is what Professor Mutahi Ngunyi is saying. What will Ruto do when he loses the August 9th election? What will he feel? At least Baba has lost 4 elections and he has gracefully accepted the results, the loss. But how will Ruto react? Hashtag Kenya decide. That is Professor Mutahi Ngunyi asking a very genuine question. I think Ngunyi was asking this question in reaction to how Ruto behaved during a prayer session after watching the video. So the same question we are asking here, how will he react if it happened that he has lost election? Remember, this is the first time Ruto is on the ballot as a presidential candidate. And if this is how he's behaving just a few days to the next general election, how will Ruto react? What watasema tu ilikuwa ni maombi. Yes, this was prayer, but it has some political significance in it. It wasn't just a mere prayer. Ruto has called people to come at Karen and just pray. No, it has everything to do with politics in this country. So therefore, this panel today, we want to try and just answer that question or go deeper into that question to give our own views. The reason why Ruto went to an extent of crying. But before we go deep into that, just a quick request. You might be watching this channel but you're not yet subscribed, so my humble request, please consider subscribing so that another time, once we release a video like this one, you'll always get notified. Again, to all our channel subscribers and anyone who will comment, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Again, I request you to give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend our videos to more viewers. Back to our discussion. Yes, why prayer service and why bursting into tears? obvious one will be that Ruto simply was in prayer, seeking for favor from God ahead of the election, so that labda kama kutakuwa na neema ya Mungu, basi Mungu amneemeshe ashinde huo uchaguzi. So Ruto is praying for this election so that God can give him a favor to win the election. But then these tears, the emotion, why? Is it true that Ruto was just in prayer and akashindwa kujicontrol, then he found himself in tears? It also has another significance there. Every time Ruto is calling for a church service at Karen, remember when Ruto got to Karen, he built an altar. The reason behind this was to send a message that Ruto is a Christian, he is a God-fearing person. So Christians should see William Samoei Ruto as one of their own. That was the first thing Ruto was doing when he decided to plant the altar in Karen. Kwa nini angeamua tu kwenda kanisani every Sunday, akaamua that they will be having church services sometimes at Karen? To tell Christians, I'm one of you. And therefore, Ruto going to an extent of shedding tears. It is just appearing to appeal to the emotions of Christians. When Christians see William Samoei Ruto in tears during a prayer session, they can get convinced. That is what is in his mind. He wants to convince and confuse Christians so that when they get to the ballot, they have a feeling that one of our own is on ballot. And in that way, he wants to whip the emotion, play with their mind so that they can vote for him. So Ruto is communicating to Christians in this country. One thing that Ruto is forgetting in this election is that at one time, Pius Mwilu was on the ballot, and he was on the ballot as a Christian, and deep in his mind he thought that being on ballot as a pastor and a Christian then is going to appeal to the emotions of Christians to vote for him. I want you to go and check the result. How many votes did Pius Mwilu got? Hata wale washirika wake wenye wanashiriki kwa kanisa yake hiyo ya Miracle hawakumpigia kura. So Ruto should be informed. Kenyans don't vote for someone because he's a Christian or God-fearing. There are other reasons why they vote for people, especially when you want to become the president. So that is the first thing. Number two, Ruto is learning something, that there is possibility he might not win this election. And when he thinks in his mind, you reflect on how you have been campaigning for 5 years. Think about the resources you have used in this campaign. The kind of harambes you have done, especially in the Mount Kenya region, until your own people at home are complaining. When Ruto looks in that amount, he can cry. Because he's realizing that the way things are playing, unajua watu wameanza kujua uongozi inaenda wapi. We analyze another video where construction of road was going on side the Siaya. The preparation at State House is like they are handing over this power to William Ruto's opponent. And Ruto, to some extent, he always has information from the intelligence. He is learning that he might not become the president. So this prayer and shedding of tear was just to consult him ahead of the general election. Because Ruto was sure that he's going to win this election. But the reality is that he might not win. And I'm telling you, Ruto has used every means to appeal to the electorate. Alikuja na mambo ya Hustler Nation, akaiweka pale. Sasa tumeelekea kwa election, akakuja na mambo ya kusema ya kwamba the president is threatening him, and to an extent of saying that Uhuru should not touch his children. That means he's telling Kenya that there was a plan that the president has an issue with his children, watoto wake. It was not only William Ruto. This thing was fashioned to an extent, even his running mate Gachagua went in Mount Kenya region crying that the president has a plan kumalizana na yeye pamoja na jamii yake. No one is buying into that. So just look on how they have gone. So they have extended this issue to. Then they have now come with the issue of church and tears. I don't know baada ya machozi what will be next. So Ruto is starting everywhere. Ikuwe ni hustler, ikuwe ni ya kusema ya kwamba president anazulumu jamii yangu, ikuwe sasa ni ya kulia machozi mbele ya watu kwa kanisa. He's trying everything, and the main goal is to appeal to the voter. Ruto is trying to confuse the intelligence of the voter so that when the voter gets to the ballot, he can sympathize with William Ruto. Anything that can play in favor of William Ruto, he will always come out to play the victim role so that he can earn a mileage on something. That's why you are seeing Ruto is doing all this. Now, Ruto has never lost election. He has never vied for the high office. This is his first time on ballot. Hajawahi onja uchungu wa kushindwa kura. Ndio maana Professor Mutahi Ngunyi anasema kwamba how will he react? Because now we are seeing signals. We are seeing signs. We are seeing bitterness in William Ruto. The tears Ruto is shedding is tears of bitterness. Will he really accept the result? Will he go home in peace? Or is going to cause a chaos? He's going to cause demonstrations? He's going to cause problem in this country? You can't tell. But at least for Railaodinga, you can tell. Raila, he has at least accepted the result where he has lost. At a time when they have robbed him, he gets to the court. But at the end of the day, he accepts what has happened. Ruto is not a man who can easily do that. He can't accept the results and move on. We don't know how he's going to react. But things you'll see Ruto doing as of now should tell you that expect more from William Samoei Ruto. He will use every drama. That's why even Kenyans are not sympathizing with Ruto. In fact, they are saying that Ruto is shedding crocodile tears. And the people are raising so many questions. Those whom their family have been victim of wale wamepitia shida kwa serikali na mambo mengine yote, they are even now bringing those photos. I don't know what to think about this, but in my view, Ruto is just trying to play with the emotions of Kenyans and especially Christians. He's trying to paint himself as the only Christian on ballot, and he needs your vote. But I have challenged that because we have had someone who has once come as a Christian, but at the end of the day, he lost. Peace of will and back. I don't know what to think about this, but that's my view. Otherwise, thank you so much for listening to me up to this far. May good God bless you. See you in our next video, but let us meet in the comment section to have a continuation of this conversation.